Hello, everyone. We are waiting to have quorum. Once we have quorum, we're going to start the meeting. So just give us a couple of minutes. Hello, everyone. I see that we do have quorum now. So I'm going to call this meeting to order. At 6:35, Isidro Medina, Chair of the License Committee, presiding over this meeting with quorum. Before I start and before anything else, I'd like to introduce the person that is doing our translation services now. To please identify herself and tell us how we're going to proceed with the translation services.
Muy buenas tardes para todas las personas que hablan español y necesiten mis servicios. Por favor, me pueden mandar un mensaje por medio del inbox y yo se los hago pasar.
And if they do have any questions, they can easily raise their hands. Please let them know.
Y también, si tienen alguna pregunta, por favor, levanten la mano.
Very well. At this point, I would like to thank the staff from the Community Board 12, particularly Ebenezer, for bringing these documents, even when it's raining or snowing. You're always there to make sure that we have all the proper documentations in order for us to have a very productive meeting. So I really appreciate that, Ebenezer, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Also to Paola and Chanel. Chanel, I know that I require a lot of attention, but you know, we would like to do things right. And I appreciate your patience as always. So thank you so much, Chanel. Also to the committee members, you know, thank you so much for your support as always. So we're going to proceed with the introduction of our committee members. Then we're going to introduce the NYPD, and if there are any elected officials and our representatives, we're going to recognize them as well. For the purpose on how we're going to conduct this meeting, we're going to go through the agenda as is. We're going to review all the applications. We will have input from our merchants, NYPD. Every now and then, I'll probably say a couple of things here and there to add, to contribute in making sure that we proceed with the agenda as is. And after that, of course, we're going to have residents to see if there are any issues or recommendations or even compliments for our restaurants. And then the committee will make a decision on each applicant. Again, this is just a recommendation that the committee is going to provide to the general board. It is not a final recommendation. So whatever we decide tonight is not a final decision. The final decision lies with the general board. The general board was going to convene this month, and they're going to convene next Tuesday. So it's going to be a very rapid turnaround for the general meeting to take place. Usually it's on the 4th Tuesday of every month. But this time around, because of the holidays, we're going to meet next Tuesday, which means that this committee has to work really, really hard to produce the minutes and also the resolutions. I don't know if you are aware, but this is the hardest working committee that we have on the community board, because we do produce a lot of resolutions. And of course, the minutes have to also be in conjunction with the resolutions. Isn't that so, Gerard?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. So I would like to start by introducing the members of our committees. And if you're so kind, please just don't introduce yourselves just by your names. Please tell us something about yourself, because we do have a new committee members that has just joined us. And I would like for that person to know who we are, where we're coming from, and how we stand on some issues, and how we're going to push the agenda for this community forward. So I'd like to hear more about who we are, so that a new committee member will be aware as to who we are as a committee. Having said that, please take your turn. You will see that you all are arranged on alphabetical order on your right-hand side of the Zoom call. So please proceed with the introduction of yourselves, starting with our committee members. Gerard, I believe that you're the first one.
Yes. So thank you, Chairman Isidro. My name is Gerard Dangle. I am born and raised in Manhattan, born in Harlem, and lived my whole life up here in Inwood. So contextually, I have a pretty good idea of what's going on here. And as they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's a great community, and it's as it was and as it is now and as it will be. But again, a wonderful, diverse community, and it's a privilege to be part of it and this committee. And I just want to do one public service. If anybody could give blood, the New York Blood Bank really needs blood, and it's a wonderful thing to do if anybody can do that. So good evening.
Thank you, Gerard. Thank you. You're next, please. Angel, you're next. Unmute yourself, please. Okay, we're going to proceed with Ashley.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Ashley Fernandez. I've been with the board for a little over a year now, and I am a lifelong resident of Washington Heights and Inwood, and just want to echo Isidro's statements that having been on this committee for the last couple of months, this is a very hardworking committee. So thanks, everyone, for being here.
Thank you, Ashley. Now we have Juan Guzman, our new member. Juan, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Juan Guzman. I'm actually the financial account manager for the New York City Business Solution, a division of the New York City Small Business Services. Excited to be part of this, committed. Some of the services briefly that we do at our location is we help clients with all financial aspect, especially during COVID. We are helping clients with federal, state, citywide, and private lending. We are offering services in legal, any matters, whether with this lease, a new lease, or an assistant concern that they have, especially during this difficult time with their businesses. In total, we offer about 9 services for free. Our office is located right in the center of Washington Heights, but due to COVID, we are working remotely. Other services that we offer are certification, MWBE, as well clients who are facing, especially um, sorry, my thoughts just going a little bit away. As you may know, inspections are still going on even during COVID, and we do have a special department that can help clients virtually with any difficulty that they might have, any compliance that they may be concerned. We are a team of 3 in our office. We all speak Spanish and English, and I'm excited to share as much as information as I can. And I'm looking forward with working with all you guys. Thank you, Isidro.
Thank you so much, Juan, and welcome. Leo, you're next.
Thank you, Isidro. Good evening, fellow community board members, the NYPD 33rd and 34th Precinct, and the community members. My name is Leo Jimenez. I'm born and raised in Washington Heights, been very active around community, and I just have a few months here with the committee. I joined the community board earlier this year. And to follow Isidro's statement, we try to be fair with every business that comes in front of us. We work really hard to make sure that we not only uplift starting businesses, but businesses that have time and have put in the time to mend with the community. So we welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leo. Next, we have Rosie.
Hey everyone, my name is Rosie, and I've been in the board for 2 years. Something that I do want to echo is what Leo had mentioned earlier. Is pretty much we try to be as fair as possible, and I'm one of the people who always try to make it simpler for, I guess, the businesses as well as the residents. So there's always that balance. Yeah, and welcome.
Thank you, Rosie. Next is Marielle.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well. Like many others on the call, also a lifelong resident of Washington Heights, and really, continuing to look forward to an opportunity to support our community, both our residents and our businesses. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Marielle. Next is Robin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Cruz, and I've been a part of the board for maybe 7 years. And while I've been working at City College for more than 20 years. I'm a director of property management. Also, I teach at City College, and that's me. Welcome all you guys to the CB12. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Next, we have Angel.
Let me go ahead and unmute this time around. Sorry about that. The first time, Isidro. Good evening, everyone. My name is Angel Vasquez. Raised in Washington Heights, currently live in the southern end of the community board district. Day job, I am the deputy political director at the United Federation of Teachers, which represents New York City teachers and educators across our public schools. I'm looking forward to hearing from all the applicants tonight as we continue to work to support our small businesses, especially during this really difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel. We don't have Cindy on the line, nor do we have Waldis. They might be joining us later on. But again, for the new members, Angel, Marielle, Rosie, Ashley, Leo, thank you so much for your support. When I go to the community board now, to board meeting, I know that I'm not alone. And oftentimes I see Angel and Leo, just saying like, it's either, you know what, I can answer that question. So that it gives me comfort level to know that I do have people behind me. That's really important. Very well. Now for the minutes and the resolutions. I think that I will have to write up these minutes and resolutions because of the timing. Unless anyone can think, if you feel comfortable that you're going to write these minutes by the latest Saturday, or the resolutions, let me know. But I have to submit those no later than Sunday at midnight. So committee members, if you feel that you can do this on a timely basis and get it done by Saturday night, please let me know. Any hands? Let me just scroll down. I see no hands.
Okay.
I'll take care of it. Very well. So having said that, let's proceed with the meeting and introduction. We'll now get the introduction of our NYPD and the 34th and 33rd precinct. Let's start with 33rd precinct, please. Gentlemen, can you please identify yourselves?
Hi, good evening. It's Police Officer Brown from the 33rd precinct. It's good to see everybody here today. I'd just like to introduce, we have a new Special Operations Lieutenant here in the 33rd precinct. His name is Lieutenant Zambrano, so I'd just like to introduce him before we get started.
Hey, how you guys doing? Lieutenant Zambrano. I'm looking forward to working with you guys and learning a lot, from the licensing side of the businesses, and anything I can help, please let me know. I'm here with Officer Brown.
So is it officer or detective Zambrano?
I'm the lieutenant, the Special Operations Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
He's taking over for Lieutenant Concepcion.
Okay.
Yeah, he left a few days ago. He went to Intel.
Very well. Well, thank you so much. Welcome, Lieutenant.
Thank you, guys.
We'll now proceed with the 34th precinct. Officer Martinucci.
So good. We're muted. Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you now, yes.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, it's Lieutenant Taveras from the 34th precinct. I am also the Special Operations Lieutenant. I'm looking forward to work with the community in this neighborhood, which I really like a lot. So nice meeting everyone.
Thank you. And this is Lieutenant, what's your name again, sir?
Taveras.
Taveras.
Hello?
Thank you so much. For the rest of the members, can you please mute yourselves? And if you'd like to speak, just raise your hands, or just feel free to interrupt if you feel that you're not being recognized. Having said that, let's proceed with the meeting. Gerard, if you're so kind, please call out attendance.
I will, and Isidro, can I just mention that as we've discussed, applicant, this is just for clarity for the applicants. Applicants will be called as they appear on the agenda, and after 3 times the published meeting agenda, if the applicant is not responding, we'll loop and come back to them. So we'll call you 3 times, and if you don't answer, you'll just go to somewhere on the list, and we'll come back to be sure that we don't leave you behind. So first on the agenda, again, is under State Liquor Authority renewal licenses. And this is for on-premise liquor license. And item 1 on the agenda is the Monkey Room, Inc., DBA Monkey Room. It's 589 Fort Washington Avenue. Store number 1 is located at the corner of West 187th Street. And I believe Isidro will be giving them 2 minutes, or people 2 minutes, and I'll time it, Isidro. That's okay, great. So you'll have no more than 2 minutes and no back and forth. Thank you very much. Monkey Bar, welcome. Monkey Room.
Gerard, I'm sorry. We understand that we're going to call everyone to make sure that we go through the list first.
Oh, okay. You want to do once through? Sure, yeah. Sure. Sorry, I apologize to everybody. So again, we'll start with on-premise liquor license, and these are going to be renewals. I just read item 1 was the Monkey Room. We'll go to item 2, 187. So if the Monkey Room is here, can you say yes or no, and we'll note it or not? Monkey Room? Okay. Item 2 is 187 Restaurant Corp., DBA Refried Beans Mexican Grill. It's located at 591 Fort Washington Avenue, and it's at the corner of West 187th Street. Are you present?
Yes, yes.
Great, thank you.
Even Ms. Trustee is the president. Yes.
We're just taking a roll call. Item 3, La Nueva Potencia Corp., DBA Zoe Restaurant Bar and Lounge. They are located at 1559 St. Nick Avenue. It's at the corner of West 188th Street. If you're present, please say yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good evening. 4, Sol's Restaurant Inc., DBA El Sol Restaurant, located at 229, 233 Dykeman Street. It's at the corner of Seaman Avenue. That's item 4. Present?
Present. Miguel
Welcome.
Acosta.
Great, Miguel. Next is, should I go through the whole thing? Or just this section? Beautiful. So next is item C. It's renewal of taxi and limousine commission livery-based license. Item 5, GDS Transportation Corp., DBA Upper Car Service, located at 2400 Amsterdam Avenue. It's at the corner of West 179th Street. Present? Okay. Item D, State Liquor Authority class change license from restaurant wine to on-premise liquor license. This will be item 6. It's Jap Business Inc., DBA Pick and Eat. They are located at 4179 Broadway at the corner of West 177th Street. Present?
Present.
Welcome, welcome. Next is item E, State Liquor Authority. This will be corporate change license. Item 7, El Post Trattoria Rustica Corp. DBA Cafe Taboo, located at 227 Dykeman Street between Seaman Avenue and Broadway. Present?
Present.
Welcome. Item F, State Liquor Authority alteration license. This is for the addition of next door space to enlarge the area. It's item 8. It's El Post Trattoria Rustica Corp., DBA Cafe Taboo. Again, 227 Dykeman Street between Seaman Avenue and Broadway. A little more refinement would be addition of another space to fit 74 persons. Item 9 has been withdrawn or will not appear tonight. Next will be G, State Liquor Authority new licenses. On-premise liquor license for item 10, Power 202 LLC, located at 3775 10th Avenue, space 3 at the corner of West 203rd Street. Present?
Present. Miguel.
Welcome. Next on the agenda is item 11. It's Restaurant Wine, and this is JW Lemsmark Corp., DBA Serrano Salsa. It's located at 4979 Broadway. It's at the corner of Isham Street. Present?
Present.
Welcome. Again, item 12, JW Lensmark Corp., DBA Grandpa's Brick Oven Pizza, located at 4973 Broadway. It's at the corner of Isham Street. Present?
Present.
Welcome. And lastly, on the agenda is item 13, La Base Sports Grill Inc., DBA El Conuco Restaurant, located at 65 Sherman Avenue. It's at the corner of Thayer Street. Present?
Miguel, present.
Welcome, welcome all. I'm turning it back over to our chair.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're also going to proceed with agenda item number 1, which is the Monkey Room. And this is again for a renewal license, which expires this month on the 31st of December. The Monkey Room came out to the community board last time around, and based on what as a community board felt that they should not have been objected, and there was no objection to the community board on the last time they came here, back on December 18th of last year. Do we have a representative here from Monkey Room? Seeing that that's not the case, we're going to ask the NYPD to see about their opinion about Monkey Room. This is with the Private 34th Precinct. Lieutenant Taveras.
Yes.
Can you please
So,
tell us?
Yeah, regarding the Monkey Room, I'm gonna just go back to 2019. For 2019, we had 11 311 calls, mostly noise and people hanging out in front of the location. We also had 4 911 calls for fights and those type of things. That was in 2019. 2020, there has been 0 calls, so I really appreciate the job they've been doing. So they just need to keep it up. We want to work with the community, but we also have to respect the residents. So it's good with me.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Taveras, for your recommendation. Do I have any other comments from residents? Seeing none, we're going to proceed with committee comments. Committee members, please feel free and tell us anything that you would like to share with the rest of the committee before we go into a vote.
Isidro, there's no one present for the premises?
I'm sorry?
There's no one present right now?
Yeah, there's no one present. It's not required that they come. They just have to notify the community board once they're doing the renewal. It's important that they come in case there are issues.
Guys, I'm here. I'm here. You guys are not hearing me. I'm here. I'm present.
Oh, so Rob, so there is someone present. Jason
was actually the
present.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Rob. A familiar face at the owner, right, Sosa, Mr. Sosa?
Yes. I was one of the first one that joined this meeting.
God bless. So you heard all the comments from the 34th precinct. There was some 311 and 911 calls earlier in 2019. Apparently this year there have been 0 calls. So the idea is that we want to make sure that you proceed in keeping this business running the way that you have been running lately. So we commend you for that.
Thank you.
Committee members, any other committee members?
15 years. I mean.
So you've been there for 15 years, Mr. Sosa?
Yes, I've been here 15 years.
Let me ask you, how are you doing during the pandemic?
Terrible. Just trying to stay alive. I got to close at 10. It's terrible.
Low clientele?
It's just that, my clientele was a little later and it's terrible. But I'm surviving.
That's your point. Keep it up. I think, sooner or later, we're going to make it.
Yeah, it's got to come to an end sometime.
This is a very hard working community, and I'm sure that sooner or later this is going to pass, and it's just work as hard as you can. Just keep yourself afloat.
We'll be back to normal.
God willing. So on that note, I see no further notes from committee members. I recommend that we proceed to a straight vote.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please. You're right.
So we're gonna do a roll call. Isidro, how do you vote?
You're right. Recommendation on my end. If there are no strong oppositions either from the prison or the residents, and the recommendation has been fluid before, we can call for an acclamation, or if there are any objections. If there are objections, then we're going to proceed out on a 1-to-1 vote.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You think that will help?
Well, I mean, we'll ask people to vote on it? I think I think no or yes? Typically, we vote on it.
Yes, we need to vote on it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that as we vote on it, we can ask to vote on the application by acclamation, which means that if there are no oppositions, it will pass.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
If someone opposes, then we go into the voting one by one.
Okay, sure.
I think,
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sorry. So as Chairman asked, are there any objections to yes vote here?
No.
Okay, so seeing that it's unanimous, I still have to fill this out though, right? Isidro, or no?
Yes, yes.
So I think, well,
Unanimous, everybody's vote in favor.
right, and I just want to be sure, let me just, Cindy, are you here?
Cindy's not here, no Waldis.
Okay, so I'll just put a yes in for everybody, that's perfect.
So it'll be 11, I mean, by a vote of 9 to 0 to 0.
That's fine,
That will be the vote.
okay.
If people would abstain, then we have to go to a regular vote.
Okay.
So committee
Okay.
members, if you feel that you're going to abstain, please let us know that so we can go to regular voting procedure. Very well, this application passes by a vote of 9-0-0. Congratulations, Mr. Sosa, and we hope that
Thank
you
you.
stay afloat, my friend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Excellent.
Take care of yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone have a good, happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Next is item 2, 187 Restaurant Co-op, DBA Refried Beans Mexican Grill. Present?
Yes, what happened? Can you open the other Premier Accounting? Because the president is Feliz Rossi. I'm the representative from the accounting office.
So there's
Can you
another
open?
representative you said?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
research now, can you please see if you have another Premier Accounting agent on the line so that they can be part of, promote them to a panelist, please.
Yeah,
There's not
that-
another Premier Accounting on attendees side.
Thank you so much, Janelle. So we're going to proceed. This is also with the Prairie 34th Precinct. This is a renewal of the license for full liquor license. The last time this applicant came to the board back in November 29th, 2018, there was no objection by this community board and all the community. And based on the health inspection that you have received from the health department, we see that you have an A. That's really commendable. So now I'd like to pass and introduce the member or the merchant for 2 minutes. You will have 2 minutes. Please tell us your name and affiliation to this establishment.
Okay, I know I'm the accountant, but what I'm trying to say is that the president, which is Feliz Rossi, is already on the meeting. So if you can allow her to talk about the restaurant, is possible to do that?
Maria, we cannot find another Premier Accounting. So right now you are the.
Oh my God, because I see her, I see the picture.
Well, she can speak because she's a panelist.
Okay, okay, Rosis, please. Can you
hear me?
Yes, good.
You have 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You've used about 3, so we need to move it along, so.
Can you do your presentation, Ibelis, please?
Yes, I'm here. Feliz Rossi from 187 Restaurant Court, DBA Refried Bean Mexican Grill.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
So Evelise, you are the owner, I understand?
Yeah, it's something with the.
Evelise, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
The question I asked, are you the owner?
Yeah, she's the owner. The problem is I tried that she answered those. That's what I'm trying to do.
Very well. We're going to proceed now with the 34th precinct to see if they have any issues and or comments. Lieutenant Taveras, what is the opinion of the 34th precinct?
So 187 Restaurant Corp, 2019 0311, they had a 911 call for a disorderly person at the location. 2020, we have 0. The 34th precinct does not have any objection.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant, for your recommendations. I will now open up the floor to see if there are any comments from residents. I see none. Now move to have the committee members share some comments and thoughts. Seeing none, I would like that based on the recommendation from the 34th precinct and on the fact that they do have a really good health record and the community board did not object the last time they came on board, I recommend they go to straight vote.
Second.
Seeing that, Gerard, please proceed with vote.
Okay, so are there any objections to a yes vote for this applicant by our members?
Not.
Great, seeing none, that would be a, again, a seat of a 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would be 9 yes, no objections. Congratulations.
9-0-0, this application passes. Congratulations to the folks of
Thank you.
Refried Beans Mexican Grill. I hope that you do prosper and stay afloat for the community.
Okay.
Stay strong. Thank you so much. Have a happy holidays. Next, you are.
Next is item 3, La Nueva Potencia Corp. DBA Zoe Restaurant Bar and Lounge, 1559 St. Nick Avenue, corner of 188th Street. Present?
Good afternoon, Aurelia Tavares, representative for Zoe Restaurant, 1559 St. Nicholas Avenue, a Dominican fusion restaurant.
Thank you so much, Aurelia. Before I give you the floor, let me just make some comments about this establishment. Before you put this out, the last time that this applicant came on board, or at least to the committee, that was back in January of last year. And there was no objection by the community board based on the health records that they have. They have an A, so doing really well. And this license is about to expire on the 31st of December of this year. So I do hope that, this is going to take a quick effect so that I can get a certificate as soon as possible. Having said that, Aurelia, you have 2 minutes.
Good evening, members of Community Board 12. It's a privilege to be before you, and I love to hear everything you had to say. So this is Zoe's Restaurant, 1559 St. Nicholas Avenue. It obviously starts as La Nueva Potencia, DBA Zoe. They've been around. This is my 3rd renewal with them. I'm really proud of them. They've stuck around despite having a lot of challenges, COVID. And we're in the process of renewing, same license, same people, no change, in the operations of the establishment, no complaints. They really are running a clean shop, and you will always find Zoe on the premises, the father or the daughter on the premises. And this is a father-daughter, Raisa and Angel Ten. So I'm really happy. If anybody come to Zoe's.
Thank you so much, Aurelia. So now we entertain the position of 34th precinct, Lieutenant Taveras. What is the opinion of 34th precinct?
Hello, everyone again. Zoe. So this is what I have. 2019, only one 911 call for a stolen wallet. 2020, we have a total of 3 311 phone calls for loud music and people hanging out in the front. I know that the bars open on the sidewalk, and maybe that created some of that. I do have a little concerns of this location. When I drive in the area, I do see an increase of double parkers in that area. I'm not going to say it belongs only to Zoe. There is a couple of other businesses that are contributing to the situation. So maybe the owners of Zoe could help us out. If there's people hanging out in front of their business, get them moving along, because it's just getting a little chaotic in that area. And I just don't want it to get worse.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Taveras. This is an area that has been an issue not only for the precinct, but also for the residents. I have oftentimes passed by. I encountered a decent amount of people drinking in public, which is not legal nor allowed. I don't have a problem with people playing dominoes and all of that. But I see that it is a problem. Aurelia, do we have is it Juan, the owner? Can't recall.
Juan is the manager.
Is Juan on the line? I don't see him on the line. So
he's on, but they can't speak. They're having problems with the audio. Him and Raisa are on the line. They're having, I don't know why they're having problems, but I will address, I just want the officers to know Zoe has almost 98% improved. We will work on moving people along, but now you can't, they don't have a budget to hire security guards to move people along. So it's a little challenging and it's not.
Aurelia, we're not asking for them to hire anyone. We're asking for ownership to take on and own the fact that if they can move people along, they can do that. It takes only 15 seconds because these problems that we have on these streets are going to be tagged to this business and we don't want to have that. I know there are some issues or noise around that area and we don't want to prejudice the business because of people hanging out.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we preserve it. You know, we got to do our part. So please relay the message to Juan that it is a concern not only to the prison but also to the residents.
If I can add something.
Yes, please.
Yeah. At the same time, if you are to approach anyone, I don't want you to get into any confrontation. That's what we're here for. But if you could approach somebody and ask them politely if they could please move. If they obey, it's fine. If they don't want to move, then you could call us. Then we'll address the situation. Most important is your safety. I don't want you guys to get into any pissing match that you cannot tell me to move or any of that. So let's be clear on that.
Very well.
Nicely you ask. If they give you a problem, just go back inside and then we could address the issue.
Very well, Lieutenant. Very well said.
Thank you.
The point is well made and well taken. Committee members, any issues? Seeing none, I recommend, before I move on, let me see if there's a comment. I see a comment from Cheryl Miller. Also, if they're also going outside and drinking, then not wearing masks, also social distancing. It is the problem that we have now with the pandemic. If you see that they're not social distancing or not wearing masks, please ask them to do so. This is something that we have to confront together as a community. And you know, the health of one matters to all. Very well, committee members, any issues, questions? If not, I recommend that we go to a straight vote. You're right, please proceed.
Are there any objections to a yes vote for this applicant by our committee members? Seeing none, we'll put yes for all. And I want to note, Cindy, I think I saw you come in.
Yes, I'm here.
Cindy, please introduce yourself to the rest of the committee and to all the attendees, please.
Hi, Cindy Matos, board member. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Gerard, this is here as well.
I'm sorry. Oh, Aldiz, welcome.
Hey.
Gerard, please repeat of what we had agreed upon on the voting procedure for on these items.
Sure. On the just for the rest of our colleagues who are just coming in, on the renewals, what we're doing on those is we'll just ask, are there any objections to a yes vote? If there are no objections, we'll just give yes vote to all of them. If anybody has any objections, you're more than welcome to raise it, and we would actually get into the discussion or your concerns.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
All right. For the record, because we got to keep clear record. Now we have to add Cindy and Waldish to the voting records.
Yes, I have them on.
Very well.
So we'll do one more time. We'll say, are there to licensed committee members, are there any objections to a yes vote for this applicant? With no objections raised, we'll put in yes vote for all our committee members, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we got 11, full house.
Yes, we have 11.
11 yeses. Congratulations. Okay, next on the agenda is item number 4. Item number 4 is Sol's Restaurant Inc., DBA El Sol Restaurant. It's located at 229-233 Dykeman Street. That's at the corner of Seaman Avenue. Present?
Present.
Welcome.
Welcome. So again, this is with the purview of 34th Precinct. This is a restaurant located on Dykeman. It's solid. It's a place that, believe it or not, Sandra, I have not been to your place. I've been around, but have not gone into your place. It's a shame that I've not been in, but soon I will. Based on the record that we have here, I see that you got an 8 on the latest health inspection. And the last time that you came here before this committee, you had a recommendation of no objection for your license. So congratulations. I know that you're facing a tough times now, but hopefully things will improve. Having said that, Sandra, please, for the purpose of the minutes, please introduce yourself and tell us something about yourself and your business.
Hi, my name is Sandra Jaquez. I'm the owner of El Soleil Restaurant. I've been here for 16 years. I was born and raised in Washington Heights, actually Inwood Heights. And I am now also the owner of Satacos Restaurants, which is right next door to El Soleil, which I just recently opened in May.
Very well, welcome. So this is with the purview of the 34th Precinct, Lieutenant Taveras. Please surrender the recommendation of the 34th Precinct.
So we're facing a condition on this area because there is so many restaurants, and then you have the dirt bikes, and then you have the people coming in the cars playing music, and sometimes the restaurants end up paying for it. But I'll give you the breakdown. So 2019 they had 4 311s and 4 911s, mostly for music. 2020, they have 0 911s and they have 5 noise complaints from 311s. Like I told you, I know these are difficult times. It's just sometimes I'm going to use this word, knuckleheads, messed up the things for us, the good things we got going on for us, and they go there, they go across the park, and they go with their music, and then they play the music, and then when people complain, they give that address of the restaurant. So out of those 5 complaints that I have, noise complaints, I'm sure some belongs to the restaurants, maybe a couple don't belong to it. But if right now, they're closing at 10, so if there's any other calls after 10, it shouldn't belong to the restaurant. But whatever the owner could do to help us out, if she sees a condition, she could reach out to us. Like I said, try not to engage some of these guys because some of them don't think right. So that's just my breakdown. The whole area, I know there's another item number 8. Taboo. It's pretty much the same thing. Actually, they do have more 311 calls, but it's pretty much the same thing on the whole area. There is a few restaurants, and some of the people that hang out in the area are messing up the area for us. That's all I have.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Taveras. I'll now open up the floor to see if there are any comments from our residents. I see none. I will now convene conversation and dialogue with the committee members. Committee members, any input? Seeing none. Again, Sandra, you have done an outstanding job on your place. Apologies that I have not been to your place, but perhaps Gerard and I can drop by and have a drink. I don't know when.
Absolutely.
You're more than welcome.
And of course, the rest of the committee members as well. It's not going to be on me, so
everyone's welcome.
Angel, Angel, Leo, Waldis, have you guys been around Isole?
I have, yes.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Yes, I have.
It's a fantastic establishment.
I'm the bad guy here.
And congrats on opening the new spot, Sandra.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hope to see you soon once this is all over.
Yes, make sure you keep the churrasco the same way, please.
That's never gonna change.
Thank you, Waldis. Perhaps I'll try that. Gerard, please proceed with voting procedures.
Sure. So if there's no objections to this applicant and us voting all yes, are there any objections by any of the committee members? All right, as there are none, we will put yes straight across, and that'll be a unanimous yes for this applicant. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, guys. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Sandra, and I hope that you do prosper and stay afloat, please, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
All right,
So that'll put an end on all the renewals. Now we're going to proceed with individual licenses. At this point, you are perhaps we should cancel now the voting by acclamation because perhaps there'll be questions and or concerns.
Yes.
So we'll proceed with voting as we used to.
Sounds good.
Having said that, please call the next one.
So the next up on the agenda is under item C on the agenda. Again, this is for renewal of taxi and limousine commission. It's livery-based license. It's item 5 on the agenda. It's GDS Transportation Corp, DBA Upper Car Service, and they're located at 2400 Amsterdam Avenue. It's at the corner of West 179th Street. Welcome.
Now, to refresh the newer members on the committee, it is required that the base livery come before the community board. Of course, they don't serve alcohol, but it is a license nevertheless. Usually what we request from the owners is that, they keep the place clean and not to honk and see how, things are going with providing accessibility to people who are disabled. Just general question, but they do have to come to the board in order for the licenses to get renewed. Unless the 34th precinct will have any question about this particular agenda item, I recommend that we go to a vote unless committee members will have some issues. Lieutenant Taveras, any issues with this was a private 34th precinct?
Yeah, the 3-4 doesn't have anything on this location, so I'm good to go.
Very well. Committee members? Say none. Gerard, let's go to a straight vote.
Great. So Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
All right, Gerard votes yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Okay. Marielle? Marielle?
Yes.
Great. Leo?
Yes.
Waldis?
Yes, sir.
Robin? Robin?
Yes. Yes.
Good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Ashley?
Yes.
Great. Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
Juan?
Yes.
All right, that's unanimous. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you, and thank you for your time, guys.
Thank you, Mariel. Mariel, you are the owner, representative?
No, I'm just taking care of the meeting for my sister. She's the owner.
Very well.
But
Well,
it's
you're a
not-
good sister. You're a good sister.
Yes, I am. Well, happy holidays, guys, and thank you for your time.
Happy holidays. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next up is item D, and this is under State Liquor Authority for a class change license. And this is item 6, JAP Business Inc., DBA Pick and Eat. It's located at 4179 Broadway. That's at the corner of West 177th Street. Welcome.
Hello, gentlemen. Hi, hello, committee. How's everyone doing?
Aria, we're doing very well. How are you and your family?
We're doing great. We're doing great. I just beat COVID, so I'm excited about that.
God bless. You stay healthy.
Thank you.
So this is a class change for committee members, particularly one that is new to our committee. A class change means that there will be an upgrade from a beer and wine license to a full liquor license. On this application, the last time that Picanic came to the board, there was no objection. That was back in October of 2017. I do see that there are issues with the health inspections. Very concerned because these inspections go back to a couple of years, and as of now, it's pending, which means that there are issues that they have to fix. Ariel, you are the representative and you have known these owners for a long time, because I know based on the history that you have represented them before. The concern that we have right now is the health inspections. It goes back to 2017, March 3rd of 2017, up to January 16th of this year, where you have had consistent violations on the health code. Can you tell us what's going on there, if you have any information?
So we're consistently, they're consistently working on that. They're consistently trying to get better. Some of the issues are building issues, so it's also some of the things that have to be taken care of also with the landlord. And there's some stuff back and forth. It's been a tough corner to try to control because since it's right on top of the subway, there's a lot of rodent issues in that corner. They're always trying to be in the forefront of it, and they're doing their best to try to tackle that issue.
I have a quick question on that point.
Yes,
Oh, sorry, Isidro.
Proceed.
Oh, okay. Do you know what, so first of all, I love the establishment, but there are other establishments that are also restaurants that have liquor licenses that are on that street. What are they doing to help maybe mitigate the rodent or the vermin situation that could be maybe adopted practices that can be adopted to help alleviate the problem?
So it's a sidewalk.
Ariel, if you don't mind, Angel, so let's proceed on how we have been doing consistently, which is to have our committee members state their opinion and or comments after we have heard from the precinct and our residents.
You're totally right, sorry.
Not a problem, so I recognize you right away.
Okay.
This is within the purview of 33rd precinct. Lieutenant, can you please tell us your recommendation and our input about this establishment?
Hi, good evening. It's Officer Brown again from the 33rd precinct. Year to date, I just like to speak about, we've had no criminal activity inside or outside of that location directly in front of Pick and Eat, which is great. No 911 calls, no SLA reports prepared. In regards to 311s, year to date, we've had 38 311 calls. We've had 2 in June, 1 June 10th for, we got a 311 complaint for not socially distancing. And we got another call June 1st through 311 for staff and patrons not wearing a mask. It looks like those calls, those social distancing conditions have subsided because we haven't had any since June 10th was the last one. We did have 36 311 calls year to date for loud music. We had 1 in June, 6 in July. August had 18 calls. September had 11 calls, so 36 in total. So regarding the loud music, we just asked them to please keep in mind that it's a residential block when you go further down past the other restaurants and establishments that are making these calls. So if they could just be a little more mindful of playing music, especially at nighttime when people who live in those buildings are trying to sleep, if they have work in the morning, stuff like that. And also just since June, they've been great with the social distancing. We haven't had any complaints, so if they could just keep that up as well.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Zambrano. Do I see any comments from residents? Seeing none, I will now turn into our committee members, and you have your back at it.
Isidro, do I get to respond to the police officer?
Yes, you will, and because I have further questions for you as well. But Andrew, I So you be the first one.
Sure. I mean, Ariel, you heard my question.
Yeah,
So maybe some
definitely.
best practices you guys can adopt.
So definitely heard your question. One of the issues that we have is the grates, the holes that come on the sidewalk corner. I guess they connect to the train station, and through there, a lot of them come out. And since we're right on the corner, we deal with a lot of that issue.
Got it.
We've been working with Department of Sanitation to see how we can implement. We've reached out to New York City, to DOT for their rodent program, and it's that hole right there. That's the issue. Some of the restaurants have been closed down the block. You got Bar 177; they're closed. The store has been dealing with a lot of the issues as well, and we've been working together. But that issue doesn't really go down to 176 on Broadway. It's more like that corner issue, and that's pretty much it.
Maria, you're next.
Yes, thank you, Ariel, for being with us this evening. Yeah, I mean, a little concerning, the 311 calls and the number of them. But as the lieutenant mentioned, it seems as if the social distancing and the mask wearing was addressed, and I hope that continues for everyone's sake. I would recommend, and this is kind of to the committee, possibly posting a good neighbor sign regarding noise, just kind of keeping that in mind, with everything going on. Thanks.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And we had a staff meeting, and we addressed the social distancing, and we made it very strict. Anybody who doesn't follow our social distancing guidelines in the restaurant will be sent home, and also be filed in their paperwork. As far as the noise complaints, we addressed that issue as well. What happened was, and a lot of the restaurants, they saw that some other restaurants were doing live music, and they thought it was possible for them to do it. So they were doing live music just to attract people to sit in the outside area to try to survive. It was brought to our attention of the noise complaints. We did join. There's a Facebook group. I don't know if some people know that the Washington Heights Decibel Noise group, right? And we joined them, and we put out a notice there. We started speaking to people across the street. We started speaking to the members of that Facebook group, and we eliminated the live music. So there's no live music whatsoever. That was the issue addressed actually September 11th, when we reached out to the group. And ever since then, there hasn't been any live music from September 11th. September around 11th, that was around the last time. And, we've been constantly working. We built a communication line, and we've said, hey, any questions, if there are any complaints, they could reach out to us. They could reach out to me directly. They could reach out to the manager, the owner, and we've been present, and we haven't had any issues as far as the noise complaints. I want to say after September.
Thank you so much, Ariel. Did I interrupt anyone? No? Just putting my hat as the executive director for Washington Heights Speed, Ariel. If you do need a mask, and this applies to other businesses, if you need face coverings like masks, face shields, also sign about wearing the mask and all of that, please drop by my office. We have that. We are one of the distributing centers for the city to give out masks for small businesses. So Ariel, please let the staff know that I can pass by, and I'll give them masks so they can be following the regulations. This is very serious stuff, and we would like to contribute to making sure that we stop this pandemic.
No, we truly appreciate that. We have the mask. The issue is it hasn't been supply of masks for us. The issue has been staff wearing the mask right below their nose, having to make sure that they're keeping it fully covering their mouth and their nose.
I've seen this problem, and it doesn't matter how many times you tell employees what they have to do. because I've seen owners right in my presence telling the the employees what they have to do. When I come back, when they're not there, guess what happens? They're not properly wearing the mask. Some of them, not all of them, but I've seen this taking place. Ariel, so for the 311 calls, this is an issue. You're not going to have a full liquor license. That it's beyond wine and beer, as you know very well. We would like for that establishment to have, as it was recommended by Angel, by Mariel, to have a good neighbor sign posted on the establishment. And we would also like to have a stipulation that they also post a phone number of the manager in charge in case there are issues with social distancing and also noise outside, that they will call the manager to address any issue and all concern before the proper authorities are called.
We have those numbers. We have those inside the establishment already. We don't have a problem with that. We went across the building and we informed everybody. And also contact information is in that Washington Heights noise decibel group as well. So
is it visible from the outside?
Excuse me?
Is it visible from the outside?
I believe so, but we'll double check. I know we do have them inside on the counter, but we'll definitely double check to make sure we have it on the window.
Please, I appreciate that. Having said that, I have no further comments. Committee members, if there are no issues, I recommend to all vote. Saying that, Gerard, please proceed.
And just to let you know, the reason why we're applying for the full liquor license is the owner of Pickaninny is the same owner of the restaurant, of the bar next door, Poción. And we're going to be closing Poción due to the pandemic and due to loss of income. So a lot of the patrons from there, like the health infused cocktails that were created, so we're just going to be transferring that over into the Pickaninny side. But we are going to be closing Poción, which was a vegan bar, but closed.
Sorry to hear that.
Just a reminder, this is item 6 that we're voting on. It's JAP business. So we'll start to vote now. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes, I vote yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Mariel?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Waldiz?
Yes.
Robin? Robin? All right, coming back to Robin.
Yes.
Okay. Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes, and I'm sorry to hear about Poción.
No worries. And Juan?
Yes.
Great. So this is a unanimous yes. Congratulations, Ariel.
Thank you very much. Have a great night, everyone. Be safe and stay healthy.
Happy holidays.
All right. So next on the agenda is under the E category of State Liquor Authority. It's a corporate change license. It's item 7, Il Post Trattoria Rustica Corp. DBA Cafe Taboo, located at 227 Dyckman Street. Could you mute, please? Whoever.
Please mute yourself.
And they're located, just for our neighbors, they are located at 227 Dyckman Street. It's between Seaman Avenue and Broadway present.
Good evening, everyone. Aurelia for the restaurant Taboo, Cafe Taboo. This is a corporate change to add Yancy into the application. This has actually been applied for before. What happened was the corporate change was disapproved because some items were not provided and by the representative, and we're just here to recertify Yancy Fontes' participation in this business. He's a manager now, but he wants to be part owner.
Very well. So this is a corporate change. So you're saying that Yancy, what's the complete name for that, please?
I'm sorry, I'm getting the document so I don't give you his wrong name. Infante Espinal Yancy.
Infante Espinal
Jancy. Jansy.
But I'm saying that, so it's Jancy Espinal.
Yes. He would be co-owner with Carlota.
Co-owner, right?
Correct.
And how many shares will he have?
He's going to be, at this point, he's going to own 60% of the shares.
So question about, before we proceed with the prison and the residents, what has been the experience of Jancy in the restaurant industry?
He's been working there as a supervisor, gosh, with Carlota for a while. This is just his opportunity because of the market and everything to become a co-owner.
For how long has he been working there?
Well, this corporate change was initiated for 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So 3 years.
So he has been working here for the last 3 years.
Correct.
Has he had any other experiences working in the restaurant industry?
No, just as far as I know.
That you know of, has he gone through some type of training in alcohol handling? And if not,
he's ATAP certified.
I'm sorry?
He's ATAP certified and trained.
So the license will continue to be under the name of Carlota, or we?
Yes, sir. Carlota and Jancy.
Very well. So committee members, anytime there is a purchase of shares of an establishment that is beyond 10%, it is an obligation of the new owner to let the community know about this new change. Oftentimes what we ask is about the experience, about alcohol handling, because now they're going to be more involved. So these are the type of questions that we will raise for the new owner, right? So on that matter, I would now recognize the 34th precinct, Lieutenant Taveras.
Hello, everyone, again. So for this location, 2019, we have 5 311 calls, mostly loud music. And we have 4 911 calls, different loud music, complaining, harassment. For 2020, we have a total of 11 311 calls and 2 911 calls. Just like I stated before, that block of Dykeman all the way to Payson. Is it Payson? Yeah. All those restaurants there are suffering because of the people that go there with their cars and play music, and then the residents call. People live above these premises, and the owner got to make sure, as far as they can, that when they close, they pull all the chairs away, so people don't hang out on their stuff. That's all I have.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant. I will now open up the floor for residents for any comments. I see no hands up. I will now turn it to our committee members for any input. Angel.
Ariela, can you go over some of those issues that needed to be resolved the first time around when you came to the board asking for a change? You mentioned that some changes needed to be made. I was just curious as to what those were.
Well, at present, there's the 2 owners on that liquor license are Carlota Chevere and Wendy Hernandez. One of the main changes that I think is going to show that there's a huge substantial change in the way the business is run is the removal of Wendy Hernandez and the addition of Jancy. I think you're going to see he's interactive. He's always on site. He's really hands-on, and he's really trying to make a difference with Cafe Taboo. And he follows the model on the Dykeman Strip. That strip was highly scrutinized this year, and he really helps, set the tone so that Taboo, some of those noise complaints cannot be attributed to Taboo, because it's between motorcycles and It's just been that strip is historically problematic. And I find 11 911 complaints, as unfortunate as they are, they're way down from years ago when we would get 40, 30, 60, 100. So I think that he's doing a great job.
I think it's a great venue for anyone that would like to experience some inside dining. Perhaps, a way to support them will be to pass by and buy some drinks. I don't invite the whole committee there right now because, by 10 o'clock, we got to be out. But nice perhaps to hold a meeting from Dykeman one time in the near future. So we all can see ourselves face to face and, support these businesses. Maria, I see that you have your hands up and I recognize you in a second. So please, let's try to be supportive. Maria, you have the floor now.
Yes. Thank you, Aurelia. Just a quick question. When did Wendy Hernandez step down?
Well, he was supposed to actually step down last year, but because the corporate change failed, he needed to be participating until this corporate change was effectuated. So he kind of needed to stay around. But now with this change now effectuating now, going forward, I think you're going to see some there's already been changes. I mean, just in following the whole, what's been happening on Dykeman Street, I mean, the business is right in line with the rest of the ones that are following the rules, Mama Juana Cafe, Il Soleil, just, really trying to be part of a team as opposed to, how everybody was running their location. It's been really heart-wrenching to watch.
Ariela,
thank you.
Aurelia, there have been some comments from a resident indicating there have been hookah in use this summer. What can you tell us about this comment made by one of our residents?
This hookah bill has been so controversial. We're in the process of getting it amended for outdoor use, but there's been so much confusion. Could you use it outdoors? Cafe Taboo historically, from the beginning of its inception, has been a place where hookah has been smoked. So, I'm not sure the status of the permit with all these changes, but I believe that they thought they had one and now they don't because they applied before the October 30th and they thought they just applying, they had it. So it's been clarified. So they're not going to do it until this matter is clarified. I don't think you're going to have an issue anymore.
Please clarify the issue that there will be no further complaints from this establishment. I see that you have had the ownership had like a really good review. So please make sure that this issue gets addressed. You're right.
I just want to note that one of our residents wanted to note that Taboo was one of the loudest clubs, just reading comments section, people. Taboo was one of the loudest clubs on the strip. I saw hookah smoking on the street in front of Taboo at least on 6 occasions this summer. So it's just a data point from a neighbor, and please give consideration to the neighbor.
Thank you, Ayura, for the comments and assisting. Committee members, if you see that I missed any comment, please feel free to interrupt at any time. So Aurelia, please address these issues with the new owner, Jancy, so that we will not have further complaints from our residents. Please try to address that as soon as you can. Are there any other topics, issues?
Yeah, Isidro, I would like to say something about that hookah comment.
Yes, please.
So I'm the accountant for the premise. Aurelia is representing the money application. The location does have a hookah license. It was issued back in January 2019. So they actually operating legally and allowed to serve hookah.
Thank you so much, Miguel, for that update. So the place does have a license for hookah.
Yes, correct.
Thank you so much for that update. And that will clear up a lot of the questions that we have.
Definitely will.
I recommend that we go to a vote.
Second.
Can I clarify just one thing?
Will this be Yes, please proceed.
I just want to let the owners be mindful of when they do sell hookah. They have this thing that they sell as hookah, but it's not real hookah, it's actually tobacco. So just be mindful that inside your premise, you cannot sell flavored tobacco that's packaged as hookah. Tobacco is never allowed inside your premise. I'm not saying you're doing it. I'm just letting everyone know.
Understood.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant. Point well made. Gerard, please proceed with the voting.
Absolutely. So just a reminder that, again, this is for item 7 on the agenda, and this is for a corporate change. The next is for alteration, but this is for the corporate. So for the vote, how do you vote on this item? Cesar?
Yes.
Okay. Gerard, yes. Cindy?
Yes, for me.
Marielle?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Waliz?
Yes.
Robin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
And Juan?
Yes.
So this passes unanimously. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Next on the agenda is under item F, and this is for State Liquor Authority alteration license. This is for the addition of next door space to a large area. So, and again, this is for El Post Trattoria Rustica Corp. DBA Cafe Tablet. So it's the same applicant, 227 Dykeman Street. It's between Seaman Avenue and Broadway. And I believe, if I'm reading this, I don't believe this is for item 9. Is this to an addition of 74 people?
No, it's
Okay.
to be 74. It's a tiny space. It was a tiny space before. I think it took 45. Now it can take 74. There's a wall that separates. He's not using the wall. He's not separating it until his application is approved by the Liquor Authority. And this is part of the changes that Yancy is bringing to the location, because with COVID, with all that's going on, and the landlord, because they've really turned this place around. They're happy with the way it's being run. It's a legit location. They gave them this extra little space. They needed it because people can't be on top of each other like that. So.
Thank you.
All right. So Lieutenant Taveras, this is an expansion of the establishment to add more space. For committee members, just for your observation, anytime that we have an establishment that requires a renovation that goes beyond $10,000, they have to let the community board know about these changes. This is an expansion that went beyond $10,000, and that's why they're here. So Lieutenant Taveras, this is more or less the same. It's the same establishment. Are there any concerns?
No, I don't have anything. Just what I mentioned before.
Very well.
The noise.
Noise issues, yeah. And we hope that with a new additional space, Jancis is going to be the new owner. Please make sure that the noise level stayed at a minimum so that you will not have to deal with noise consequences later on. I see that we do have one attendee that has a question. Francisco, please tell us what the concern is all about for agenda item number 8. Francisco, as a resident, you are being recognized. Please unmute yourself.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
How you guys doing? And happy Wednesday, licensing committee. I raised my hand for the prior agenda meeting and I wasn't called.
Apologies, Francisco.
All good. Oh well. It's just about the noise complaints and about Dykeman specifically because all summer it's been closed. So everybody from I say Starbucks to Mama Juana's, if I'm not mistaken, are all part of this community dining experience where you can eat outside. So when I think about that, I think, how can someone single out one place for noise when literally the entire strip is the same? It's built the same. People are eating outside. People are eating inside. Well, not inside. They were eating outside. Everyone was out there in the summer. Like literally everyone was out there in the summer. It was a new experience. So people were there from Westchester, New Jersey, everywhere. People were there. especially with the murals and the paintings, there was a lot of people there. So how can one establishment be responsible for noise in that location, considering there were like 10 other establishments in that strip? So I just want to know how is one, how can one establishment be pointed the finger at when there's like 10 others in that same strip?
Thank you so much, Francisco. We understand that a lot of establishment on this corridor, and it's hard to pinpoint, like you said. So your comments are well made. We're proceeding now with agenda item number 8 again. And are there any comments from other residents concerning the expansion of this establishment? Let's see, very well. Committee members? Any issues? Recommend that we go to straight vote.
Second.
You're please proceed.
Great. Again, reminder, this is item 8 we're voting on, and this is for a alteration, item 8. So all in favor, Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
Yes. Gerard votes yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Mariel?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Valdez?
Let's go.
Robin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
Juan?
Yes.
This passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Aurelia and Jancy. We hope that you do well. Please make sure that you keep the noise level to a minimum, and we hope that you prosper. Happy holidays.
Okay. So under category F, applicant on number 9 was withdrawn. So we'll go to the next item on the agenda. The next item is under item G, State Liquor Authority. It's a new license. It's an on-premise license. Item 10 is Power 202 LLC, located at 3775 10th Avenue, space number 3, and it's at the corner of West 203rd Street. Present?
Yes, Miguel Acosta here as a representative on behalf of Mr. Otañez.
Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you.
So Miguel Acosta is the representative.
Correct. So
Okay.
this application is being revisited.
Second, Miguel. For the newer members, particularly one that just started joining us today, we now have full liquor license applications. We do take full liquor licenses, of course, and the other licenses seriously. But when we meet as a committee to discuss a full liquor license, it's required that the applicant has a complete questionnaire, that they have a copy of the menu, and that they also submit a copy of the floor plan. That will be considered a full application, right? If any of these 3 items are missing, usually we recommend that the applicant withdraw because it's not a complete application. If the applicant decides that to move forward in the process, oftentimes the application will not pass for obvious reasons, right? We cannot entertain an incomplete application. And on this type of applications, we tend to be more in-depth. We ask a lot of questions because it's a new application that is coming to a community. We have to make sure that our neighbors are well protected. We are the first filter in making sure that we protect our residents. And of course, we support economic development. We support our small merchants, but we have to strike a balance, right? Between what is convenient for the community as a whole. And we take into account the economic development, the new merchant, the input from the 34 and 33rd precinct, and of course, comments from our residents. So then we make a tough decision, right? And we make those decisions. We don't have a problem with that. So just keep your mind open and ask any questions that you see that will be important or pertinent to any application as we move in the process. If there are no questions, Juan, do you have any question on how we doing thus far?
No, thus far, it's very clear from you, Isidro. So I'll keep in mindful when each new merchant presents the proposal. And then if I have a question, then I'll definitely ask.
Very well. So let me just go over the specific. This is a new license, Power 202, located in 3775 10th Avenue. Miguel, you're going to have your opportunity, but just give me go through the specifics. If you don't mind.
All right. So basically, this application. Oh, I'm sorry.
Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Specifics.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. You see.
So I see that this applicant came before this committee last year for a request for a full liquor license. There was no objection. There were some concerns from the 34th precinct, however, based on the resolutions that was written here. And let me go now to the specifics for the precinct and for the rest of the committee members to please understand what type of license we're getting, right? So again, this is on, it's called Zona Rosa. It's a restaurant located in 3775 10th Avenue. Full liquor license. There'll be jukebox.
No jukebox.
No jukebox, right?
Just DJ recorded and live.
There'll be a DJ, recorded music, and live music, right?
Correct.
Very well. The space has been properly soundproofed.
Correct.
There'll be no third-party promotions.
Correct.
You will hire New York State registered security personnel.
Correct.
The hours of operations.
Hours of operations listed there are from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. And on the weekends for brunch, Saturday and Sunday will be opening at 11 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Thank you so much. The capacity here is 198.
Correct.
You're gonna have 15 employees, 24 tables, and 109 chairs.
Yes.
Along with 18 bar stools. I believe there's a license there. Am I mistaken?
Well, that's the building El Mundo. So you have actually two licenses there already. You have Braciel and you have Luxor NYC on one on each end. Now this entrance to this establishment, it's in the middle of the street. So they all have,
you mean, right?
Yeah, in the middle of the avenue of 10th Avenue. So Braciel has an entrance on 202nd Street. Luxor has an entrance on 203rd Street. Now this building has the capacity of 2 more restaurants inside. There's one license that's already approved, which is JRI Urban Restaurant, which is also located inside that building, which is on the left-hand side when you walk into the building. And this proposed application, which is being processed at the time, but had to be revisited due to the expiration of the notification to the community board, which the State Liquor Authority now changed to 270 days. So that's the reason that we had to re-notify, but it's currently being processed. So in that entire building, you will have 4 licensed premises, all with different entrances, except the current license that's approved but hasn't been picked up, and this proposed premise. So that will have entrance in the middle of the block on 10th Avenue, while the other 2 have on each end of the street.
Very well. Miguel, I've seen some places getting shut down because they have not properly registered the security personnel with the state.
Well, these are companies that are being hired. So the majority of the establishments, if you have your own security personnel, you need to have a proprietor license by New York State issued to your establishment. When you hire a security watch company, they have trained and licensed security guards that they place in your establishment to supervise the premise.
I've seen an establishment that it was closed mostly in part because the company didn't inform the establishment that a couple of security guards had expired permits.
Yeah, that does occur at sometimes. Yes. Well, there are new requirements for that now. So basically, when the security guard signs in on a daily basis to the establishment, the state also allows the owner of the business to go online and check their license to make sure that on that night, the security guard that was sent is active and the license has been renewed, or the other certifications that they are required to maintain are also up to date.
Okay, I see that two of our residents have their hands up, Francisco and Catherine. I'll recognize you in a minute, but first let's hear the opinion of the 34th precinct. Lieutenant Taveras, what is the opinion of the 34th precinct as you heard this new license?
Yeah, I was wondering when I got this location, I ran the address. I was getting Brasier and the other license premise on the other side. Just one thing, fire exit. Are you guys gonna have? Do you have one on your?
This building is basically right now the certificate of occupancy for all establishments is approved. And they are required to maintain all proper fire exits, maintain that correctly. They're also going to have handicap accessibility via electronically. So when you walk in if you're handicapped, you're going to be able to get on the ramp, and the ramp will be able to get you up to the staircase. They also have rear exits and side exits as well. This is a pretty big building. I don't know if you recall, this used to be El Mundo a couple of years ago. Since then, the location has been divided into multiple establishments, and which are now established in restaurants. So you're going to have four different restaurants within that same address, but different entrances. So they're all located with different store numbers.
Okay. I just have one concern.
Yes.
I'll let you know what it is. So pretty much the whole block, not the whole block, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever is available is restaurants.
Yes,
so
correct.
I have seen especially on 202 Street.
Yes.
From 9 to 10, pretty much everyone is parked illegally. Like right now, we know
parked illegally.
Yes.
Well, that could be more from the Cachapa place.
No, it's both. It's Cachapa. It's the other place, Mamasuchi or something like that.
Well, they have a parking lot right next to it. So
yeah, I guess people are choosing not to, since we're not really enforcing it that much. They park right by the plant, electric plant that's there.
Yeah.
I just letting you know.
Yeah,
so because
I'll make them aware of that, because I'm actually the accountant for all those establishments on that address, and there's actually two parking lots, one right next to Brasiel, which has two entrances, one on each side, and then there's also another parking lot right next to Sushi Mambo. So in the past, there's never been any concern when it came to like double parking or any of that. There was always concerns about a lot of people getting together. That's why these hours of operations have been changed. As you can see, there's applications being submitted. They're closing at 2 a.m. while the other establishments close at 4. So that's a big plus to the neighborhood. And things are changing back there. A lot of people are being compliant with all the guidelines and regulations that the liquor authority is implementing and the neighborhood is implementing. Business owners don't want to lose their licenses, but I see I went through that this summer. So I think that I can address that to all of them and make sure that we can fix that problem in that neighborhood.
Officer?
I just want to mention two things, just to make everyone aware of it. I'm sure when the summer rolls out, you're gonna have outside sittings. In that area, we do get a lot of 311 jobs, complaints. I'm just making you aware of it. Obviously, It's not you yet, but it's gonna be you. That's one thing, and you guys, whoever has restaurants, I want to put something out there. We are getting a lot of stolen cars in the 3-4 precinct. Pretty much people leave the car on, they have the key fob. So they think they lock the car. And they go real quick into your restaurant to pick up the food. And by the time they come out, there's no car. So just to make you...
Yes,
I just want to make you guys aware.
Address that. I will definitely address that to the business owners on that neighborhood.
Thank you so much.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
I see that Catherine Sullivan has her hand up. Catherine, you have the floor. Catherine, please unmute yourself. Going once. Catherine, please unmute yourself. Going twice. Very well. We now move to committee comments. Committee members, questions, issues, comments.
Hey, Cito, it's Waldis. I'm just curious. To the officer, are the 311 calls like noise complaints? Because from like residents, because I know that back there's not too many residential buildings. I'm just curious to see like what's the notion of these 311 calls?
Officer, Lieutenant Taveras, do we have any?
Just give me 1 second. Like I was saying, this is what I do. I get the address, I run it, and I get what I get. I'm not making it up. I could go through some of them if you want to. You gotta be mindful that right across the street from these premises, there is the housing development. So.
The Dyckman House is right there, right in front of that establishment. Even though they are like perhaps the avenue is very wide, and then they're like trees that separate the Dyckman houses and that venue. Because also was a problem with 10th Avenue when they open up. It was a problem, so we got to be cautious with that. I don't know if that's the question.
So I don't know who was speaking, but if he wants, I'll go. Okay, if you want to hear some, 11:10 all 124 hours, loud music. 11:10 all 109 hours, loud music run from the nightclub on 203. 10:11 at 6:01 p.m. loud dining establishment. That's actually a bar. Usually every weekend it is too loud. Speakers outside checking my house. That's what they're saying. I'm not making it up.
Right.
And then I could continue. Like I said, I just run the address and I get what I get. I don't know who's making these complaints, but they are making it.
We understand that, Lieutenant. And sometimes it can be cars that are just, passing by or park with loud music, and the establishment get tagged by it. So this is an issue. Francisco, I asked around about residents. I'll give you like 1 minute because it's just committee, but I just give you an opportunity to speak if you can. I see that on your hand. Are you going to speak?
Yeah, my apologies. I just never put my hands down. But thank you.
Thank you so much, Francisco. So now, committee members, let's continue with the conversation, please. Any other comments?
I have a question as well for the officer. In terms of the complaints, the 301 complaints, are there specific addresses, like when someone submits a complaint, do they have to put the address of where they live in, and do we have that kind of information? I just want to get the sense of, are the complaints actually coming from the people that live in the Dyckman houses across the street or not?
Okay, yeah, okay, hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, like I was telling Miguel, when I ran the address, I was getting complaints from Brasier and the other restaurant on 203. So it was, because it's the same, the building is the same building for both establishments. So some people were saying that their house was shaking, windows vibrating from loud music. The restaurant has very loud speakers with music outside. Music so loud every night coming from 203. So I'm assuming that's the restaurant on 203. And then social distance, customer not wearing mask, extremely loud music. Sometimes the address is the same address for both establishments. Sometimes they say the name of the establishment, and sometimes they just say on 203 or 204. So I have to assume where it's coming from.
Sorry, I guess I wanted to clarify. My question is, the person putting in the complaint, do they have an address associated to them? So
No.
Go ahead.
So usually when they make 311, most of the time is anonymous, unless you want to be contacted, which most of the time people don't want to be contacted. I didn't go that far looking into to see if we have a specific complainant. I was just getting the information, but most of the time I could tell you when they call 311, it's anonymous.
Very well. I recommend that we go to a vote, taking into account that I'm going to ask for 3 steps. Miguel, a good neighbor sign to be posted. Also, a phone number to be properly displayed on that side, that so that residents have any issues, they can call the manager in turn. And that phone number has to be properly displayed. Also, there be a sign about no valet parking, because we know that that is illegal. But just to address a concern by the 34th precinct, let's make sure that people know that they cannot double park there as well. So, Miguel, that will be a no valet parking, and please do not park illegally in the area.
Isidro, real quick.
I'm sorry, who's this?
This is Francisco. This is Francisco.
Francisco,
yes, it's real quick. When he means illegal parking, because I'm very familiar with 10th Ave, in that block, there is no parking anywhere. It's not double parking. It's just parking in general. It's illegal. That whole block. That's what I wanted to correct.
Thank you so much, Francisco. So, Miguel, please have that as tip.
I'm clear with that.
You're right. Please, I noticed that you have your hands up. You're right. On yourself.
Sorry. Quick question, Miguel. Is the owner present tonight with you?
No, he's actually not. Like I said, this is a revisit. We already went personally back in June 2019. I have the stipulation that we signed. He met with Officer Pena, purchased a sound limiter, issued it, gave it to the community board. So like I said, the reason that I'm notifying again the community board is because of the fact that the liquor authority changed their date on the submission for the community board notification. It expires after 2/70.
Thank you, Miguel. Appreciate it.
And Miguel, the owner for the establishment,
Jose
Ordóñez?
Otañez.
Jose Otañez, right?
Correct.
Has he had any experience in the restaurant industry?
Yes, he actually mentioned the experience that he had when we were there. I think he worked, he used to work like an Umbrella and some other places many years ago. But I don't recall right off the top of my head. I do recall he did say he had some experience, and I don't have it offhand right now.
Very well. You're right. Let's proceed to a vote with this 3 steps if committee members have no objections.
Thank you.
Gerard, you're on mute, just FYI.
I'll fix that. Again, this is item 10, just to remind everybody, it's for a new on-premise liquor license. Isidro?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to abstain on this one. Cindy?
Sorry, that's a yes for me.
Yes. Marielle?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Waldiz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Robin?
Abstain.
Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
And Juan?
Yes.
All right. So this vote passes with 9 yeses, 2 abstentions.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next on the agenda, moving right along, is item 11. This is under restaurant wine, and it's item 11. J.W. Lemsmark Corp. It's DBA Serrano Salsa. It's 4979 Broadway at the corner of Isham Street. And we might as well talk both, Isidro, if it's okay, item 11 and 12.
Right. And I'm a little bit confused about, can you please mute yourself, please? So I'm a little bit confused because I see the addresses are very close to one another. They will have a different restaurants, pizza, and Mexican food from what I see here. They do have a complete address, location, where they have a copy of the menu, complete questionnaire, and a copy of the menu. So do we have a representative here for this?
Yes, Franklin Pacheco.
Can
you hear me?
Franklin Pacheco.
Yes,
And you are the representative?
yes.
Very well. So for the 34 precinct and committee members, please listen to the description of this applicant. Agenda item number 11. Again, this is for wine and beer license. They're saying that there'll be no jukebox, no DJ, no karaoke, no live music, no need to install sound limiter, no need for security guard, no need for third-party promoters. Seems like a very straightforward place that you can go out, you can go eat and not be bothered with noise. Based on the application that we see here, it's a very straightforward hours of operations, which is 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays, and then Sundays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a very small place, 20 people in capacity. So Franklin, please give us a brief description about this establishment, experience, where the owners is from, the neighborhood, and so on.
Okay. El Serrano Salsa is basically a new place. They just opened in January 2020. But the owner has been there for Grandpa Bricks and Oven Pizza. They've been there for at least 3 years. They sell family food to the neighborhood. And the Mexican, of course, is a new enterprise that they have. With this pandemic, it's been kind of slow, but they have managed to continue working. They use one of these applications to deliver food. Most of the food right now is being delivered to the client's place.
Franklin, this is Mexican food, right?
Yes.
Very well. I received a letter from one of our residents, Mr. Marion Collins, indicating that he's writing in support of agenda item number 11 and 12. He says here that it's a new business that's been revitalized, a vacant storefront with delicious food and excellent customer service. Grandpa's Pizza is almost 20 years at 4970 Broadway and has served public convenience and advantage along great pizza. So Mr. Collins is urging this committee to approve this license. That is in the record from Marion Collins. I would like to hear now the opinion of 34th Precinct. Lieutenant Taveras.
Yes, sir. The 3-4 do not have anything on this location, so.
Very well, thank you so much. I already took a comment from residents. Catherine, are you still there? I see no, she forgot to left her hands up. I hope she wasn't tired. But going back now to committee members,
I am still here. I am still here, and I want to echo Martin Collins's support for these two businesses. Genuine mom and pop operations serving public good.
Thank you so much, Catherine.
Thank you very much.
In support of this establishment. I will now move to committee members' input, committee members. If there are no issues, I recommend to go to a vote. Your please proceed with voting procedure.
Okay, so this is for item 11, and these are both under restaurant 1, but item 11. How do you vote, Isidro?
Yes.
Gerard, yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Great. Mariel? Mariel? Okay, we'll come back. Leo?
Yes.
Waldiz?
Yes.
Robin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
And Juan?
Yes.
And coming back this time to Mariel. Mariel, how would you vote? Mariel, so we're going to conclude this vote without anything from Mariel. So this would be unanimous with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yes.
So
Congratulations.
please note on the record that Mariel was not present for this vote, so that there'll be no question of discrepancy on the number of votes. So this application passes. Congratulations. Let's proceed.
And can we vote? Can we go to vote on number 12? Right?
Yes, I heard someone.
Yes, it's Marielle. Sorry, I had to step away for a moment, and it sounds like you guys voted.
Voting Mariel on this applicant, and we cannot undo the vote or add additions, but it's the same owner with a different address very close by, so you have a chance to vote.
Okay.
So for item number 12 on the agenda, again, JW Lensmark Corp., DBA Grandpa's Brick Oven. The last one was Serrano, but this is Grandpa's Brick Oven, 4973. How do we vote, Isidro?
Well, before we proceed, you're asking, since it's a different address.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, I would like to also open up the floor, 34th Precinct, residents and committee members. Lieutenant Tejadas, what's the opinion of 34th Precinct?
Hello. This is number 12, right?
12.
Yes, I don't have anything on this location either.
Very well. Residents, we do have the same comment from Marion Collins, recommending a support for this application. Committee members, any issues? I recommend to go to straight vote.
Second.
Please proceed to a vote.
All right, so for item 12, again, this is for JW Lensmark Corp., DBA Grandpa's Brick Oven. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
Gerard, yes. Cindy,
Yes.
Mariel,
Yes.
Leo,
Yes.
Valdez,
Yes.
Robin,
Yes.
Ashley,
Yes.
Rosie,
Yes.
Angel,
Yes.
Juan.
Yes.
So this passes unanimously with 11 yes. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We invite all the committee members to stop by the restaurants and have some good pizza and Mexican food as well.
Definitely.
Stop by and support you. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
So last on the agenda under Restaurant Wine would be item 13, and this is La Base Sports Grill Inc., DBA El Canuco Restaurant, 65 Sherman Avenue. It's at the corner of Thayer Street. So this would be for present. Welcome.
Miguel, unmute yourself.
Miguel, we can't hear you.
I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you so much,
So Miguel Acosta representing El Conuco.
Very well. This is a complete application for Conuco. It has a completed questionnaire, has a copy of the floor plan, and a copy of the menu. Let me go over the method operations and some of the specifics. There'll be, Miguel, help me out. So when you cross out for
that means whatever's crossed out means no, it's not gonna be. So they're gonna have background music. They're gonna have karaoke once a week, and basically live music just to be on their license, just in case they want to bring in an acoustic, singer, they could be allowed to do so.
All right, so you have no jukebox, no DJ. You will have recorded music, karaoke, and live music. The place will not need. It's properly soundproof.
Yes, correct. This used to be a bar before. It's now a full-service restaurant. They've been open and operating for over a year and a half. They're looking to add this wine and beer license. Just see if they get some more revenue.
Very well. So there'll be no need for security guards, right?
No.
And the capacity is 74.
Yes, correct.
Now, the hours of operation that you have here.
Yes.
It's open Mondays through Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 12 midnight.
Correct.
And then Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, it's open 24 hours, right?
Yes, correct. I know that may be a concern. My client, she understands her hours that are allowed by the liquor authorities to serve alcoholic beverages. So I already have addressed that, and I expressed a concern when I was receiving her as a client and filling out this application. I explained to her that there may be some concerns because of the fact that sometimes people do get carried away and bring in patrons after the hours that are allowed by the liquor authority, and this may cause an issue. So I will still address that to her again. She's very familiar with what I explained to her. So I know it may be a concern, but they've been operating for 24 hours prior to the pandemic, had no issues. So I'll express your concern to her immediately.
Miguel, so what hours are they going to be selling alcohol? That was going to be the next point. Because it's concerned, that they can be selling alcohol 4 o'clock in the morning because it's allowed by the SLA, right? When things get up to be normal, right?
Yeah, correct. So basically the hours that are allowed by the state liquor authority are from 8 a.m. to 4 a.m. So you're not allowed to sell from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. So those are the hours on the weekends that they are unable to sell. On Sundays, they can't sell any beer before 12 noon. So that's explained to her as well. So it's just, I understand exactly the situation here. this is, like a family restaurant where they have a steam table, so they don't have a service bar where people can get up and go. So all employees will be properly trained. After X amount of time, you're unable to sell. Like this is not a bar. So you're unable to get up as a patron and get up from your table and go to a bar and ask for a drink. This is basically the servers got to go to your table, or, if the law continues, if you're going to grab and go, if you're buying food, you could grab a beer, but it has to be within the time.
Let me hear
So,
the 34th person now. Lieutenant Tejada, what's the opinion of 34th?
Hello, everyone. Just one quick question, Miguel. Are these the same owners as when he was Viva Tapas?
Oh, no, completely different owners. Viva Tapas used to have a bar there, basically bar lounge. This business has been in operation for almost 2 years, actually. And they've been operating as a mom and pop's restaurant, steam table. They have no bar, like I mentioned before. They're going to continue the same operation. They just want to add wine and beer to the options of the patrons.
It's just wine and beer, no hard liquor, right?
No hard liquor, just wine and beer.
Well, I'm a little concerned about the 24 hours, but I don't have anything else besides the 24 hours.
Like I said, I'll definitely express everybody's concern. I was concerned myself when I was receiving the application. So I'll express, the community board's concern and the precinct's concern. Like I said, yeah, I've been in the neighborhood for many years, representing a lot of clients, and I want all my clients to do well. But they need to follow the rules and regulations and make sure that everybody's safe and that there's no consumptions after hours or to minors.
All right.
That's all
I see no comments from committee members. Any questions?
From us?
Angel.
Oh, yeah. Miguel, I want to make sure that we're going down the right path with this establishment and we don't put them in a space where they end up, I live close to Presidente and I saw what happened at that establishment. I just don't want them to go down that path. So, I mean, if you're going to have conversations with them, have conversations. I am so hesitant about the 24 hours, to be quite honest, just because I've seen so many other businesses be destroyed because of it. And if we can protect them from being destroyed, I would rather go down that path. But I mean, I'm torn is where I am.
No, and I understand your concern. Like I said, what alleviated my concern was that it was wine and beer. Okay. I know that a lot of people go to other places that operate 24 hours, like Presidente had a full liquor license. So they were selling you a Mangú and a shot of Hennessy, so that's a little different story. So like I said, I have a lot of experience when it comes to the operations of these restaurants and things that they can do and they can't do. So I was alleviated a bit, when it was wine and beer, because not a lot of people, sometimes you may get a patron to come in and have something late night and grab a beer. But for example, Dyckman Express operated for many years until they upgraded to a full liquor license. So it'll be something similar to that, even though they're not on Dyckman, but they're off of Dyckman and they don't have the type of movement that Dyckman has and Dyckman Express had back in the days when you had all those clubs getting out at the same time and just going to Dyckman Express. And they Cirilo was very organized with that and, up to par with all his rules and regulations. Right. And, I basically focus on my clients, operating similar ways. I give examples, so like that they can understand exactly what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm a little bit thrown as well, Miguel, about having this establishment open 24 hours. I recall that in past times, the 34th precinct rejected or was against an applicant that wanted to have 24/7 service. And the concern back then was that there are a lot of, there is a specific crowd of people that loves to go to eat to these 24-hour places. getting drunk from other places, ending up here to eat here, thus creating a lot of problems for the establishment. Like Andrew said, we don't want to put them in a road to fail, but at the same time, we have to protect the well-being of the community.
That's completely understood. I
Miguel,
could definitely speak to her. These are hours that were provided at the time I received the application. Maybe I can address the concerns, and maybe we can, cut it off at earlier time on the weekends and not operate 24 hours. Maybe they could shut down for at least 6 hours before they reopen at 8 o'clock again. Maybe shut down at 3, and try to get,
Look, I want to make sure that they survive, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I know that is at this point, 4 o'clock, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I understand. And I've seen many businesses operate 24 hours and fail. So, I know that these are things that business owners create. At this time, I doubt it's going to happen. Right now, everybody's shutting down at 10 o'clock. Some people continue with their curbside and deliveries, and some are successful, some are not. Right now we're going through something that was unexpected. And like I said, when I received this application, these are the intentions that the client has, and I could definitely address the concerns and maybe structure these hours and put it on a stipulation after that.
So I don't want to shut them down. Like if they have survived for, serving food for 24 hours a day, what I would recommend is perhaps to come to some type of an agreement as to when alcohol will be stopped from being serviced.
Okay, that'll definitely work.
At least on the weekends, because you know what? 12 midnight on the weekdays, it's not a problem. I don't think it's a problem for the committee. But, on the weekends, perhaps I think that we should come to some type of understanding as to when they would serve alcohol.
I would go in this case, speaking on behalf of my client, I would go in this case at least Friday and Saturday. We can allow them to what the liquor authority allows, so it'll be 4 a.m. And then on Sunday, we could do 2 a.m., which is a work day the following day.
So Sunday, 2 a.m. and then Fridays and Saturdays,
4 a.m. for the sale of alcohol.
Until 4 a.m. So that way, very well. What do the rest of the committee feel about this recommendation?
I think it's fair.
I agree.
Cindy, fair.
I definitely agree.
Juan agrees with it.
I agree with it.
Very well. I think that, we do have consensus. So Miguel, for the record, we have agreed that for alcohol to be served on Mondays through Thursdays until 12 midnight. Then Fridays and Saturdays until 4 a.m. and then Sundays until 2 a.m.
Sounds good to me. I'll let her know.
Very well. Having said that, I think if there are no oppositions, I'd like to go to a vote. But before I do that, let me see. I see that there's a comment from Catherine Sullivan saying 24 hours is a bad idea for number 13, COVID and all of that. So I understand the concern. I think that we just address it, that too many hours. We came to an agreement between the merchant and the committee. Well, there'll be a limitation on the hours of serving alcohol. If there are no comments from the committee, I'd like to vote.
Okay.
In that, you're right. Please proceed.
Great. So again, this is for item 13 under restaurant wine. And Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, I vote yes. Cindy?
Yes.
Mariel?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Waldis?
Yes.
Robin?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
Angel?
Yes.
Juan?
Yes.
This passes unanimously. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
Right.
Pleasure to see you guys next month. Thank you.
Our concerns. Congratulations. Happy holidays to you and your family. And we do hope that this business will prosper. The rest of the I'll see you at the general board meeting. Thank you. I know I have your back and you have mine. Thank you so much for your support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. And I will now call for adjourn.
Second.
Second by Gerard.
Third.
This motion passes. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
holidays.